Good morning, children. Welcome back to English class. So in today's session, we discuss about writing part in your textbook. All of you open your textbooks, open page number 31. We'll see writing part today. Okay. So let's read the question once. Write the biography of J.C. Bose using the information given below. You must use the right linkers to join the sentences. So this is biography. We already discussed this one, right? I told you while explaining the lesson. What is a biography? It's like the life story of a person. For example, if you look at the lesson C.V. Raman, so we come across all the details right from his birth to death. That means we know where and when he was born. He was born on November 7th, 1888 at Tiruchirappalli, Tamil Nadu. His father was a physics lecturer at a college. His mother was a housewife. From his childhood onwards, he was very intelligent. So always his parents were very keen to send him to abroad for higher studies. But because of few health issues and on the advice of one doctor, he continued his studies in India itself. As according to his parents' wish, he had completed MA. MA means Master of Arts. We have seen that one, right? But right from his childhood, he was very interested in science. At the age of 18 years old itself, he got seat or he became a member of Indian Association of Cultivation for Science. So on daytime, he used to work in the office, and at night time, he used to go to lab and continues his research. So he was very interested about acoustics. So he studied about stringed instruments. Finally, he discovered Raman effect. For that, he got Nobel Prize, and he passed away on November 21st, 1970. Even British Empire made him as the Knight of the British Empire. To commemorate his memories, every year we celebrate February 28th as the National Science Day. So that we have seen in the lesson, right? So that's called as biography. Understood, children? Like that, we have to develop the passage. So here one example is given. It's about J.C. Bose. J.C. Bose. I think you heard this name, right? In our school, what's the name of 9th class? We call it as J.C. Bose, right? So J.C. Bose is a prominent scientist. So about him, few details are given in your textbook. Those are like hints. By using those hints, you have to develop a passage. So that's called biography. Shall we do that? All of you look at that one. First read everyone. J.C. Bose, Indian scientist, born 39, 1858, St. Xavier School, Kolkata, abroad for higher studies, returned in 1885, published a monograph, Response in the Living and Non-Living, became famous, Fellow of the Royal Society in 1920, wireless telegraphy in 1895, the crescograph, Plants Have Life, the Bose Institute in Kolkata, devoted to the study of plants, died 23rd 11 1937. So this is like biography, right? By using these details, can you write a paragraph? Try to fill the blanks. So read along with me. So we can write like this. J.C. Bose is a famous Indian scientist. J.C. Bose is a famous, popular, well-known, prominent. We can use anything. So J.C. Bose is a popular Indian scientist. Full stop. He was born on 30th 9 1858. Full stop. Next. He studied. Children, here be careful. All the verbs we have to use in past tense. because here referring or describing the actions which have already completed. Okay, so we have to write like this. He studied at St. School, Kolkata. Full stop. Then he went abroad for higher studies. Full stop. After completion of his studies, he returned in the year 1885. Full stop. After coming to India, he published a monograph. Full stop. And the response for that article was very good. That article is about living and non-living organisms. So that article is about living and non-living organisms. Because of that article, he became very famous. Full stop. And of course, he became a fellow of the Royal Society in 1920. Full stop. Next, he discovered wireless telegraphy in 1895. Not only that, even he invented or researched on crescograph, which deals about the plants have life. That means he proved even plants also have life. And he got into the Bose Institute in Kolkata. And he devoted his life on the study of plants. Last one, he died on 23rd 1937. Like this, by using these details, you have to write the paragraph. This is already given in your workbook. Refer that, but try to write on your own. So today's homework is, by using these details, write the biography of Jessie Bose in your homework book. Is it clear, children? Yes. Let's see the third one. It's editing. So you are already aware of this one. From your previous classes onwards, we are doing this. It's like editing means making changes. The passage given below has some errors in the use of capital letters, verbs, prepositions and articles. Edit the passage by underlining the incorrect parts and writing them correctly over the space available. The first one is done by you. So there is one paragraph. There are some mistakes. So mistakes are from capital letters, verbs, prepositions and articles. So what you have to do? You have to read the paragraph, identify those mistakes and rewrite the paragraph. That one we have to do. Okay. So first let's see the first sentence. Raman was born on November 7, 1888 in Tiruchirappalli at Tamil Nadu. Children, observe the line. Do you find any mistakes there? So check all the capital letters, punctuation marks, spelling mistakes, verbs, prepositions, articles, everything. Check it once. So here, Raman was born. Check the spelling once. What was the given spelling there? B-O-R-N-E. So the spelling was given like B-O-R-N-E. But what we have to write? B-O-R-N. What is the correct spelling? B-O-R-N. That is the first mistake. Is it clear, children? Yes. Second one. On November 7, 1888. That is okay. Next, in Tiruchirappalli he gave. But what we have to write? At Tiruchirappalli and T capital letter. So it's not in Tiruchirappalli because Tiruchirappalli is a remote place. It's a village. So we have to use at. And of course, we know that proper nouns, all the proper nouns must be start with a capital letter. So Tiruchirappalli is the name of the place, proper noun. That's why T must be in capital letter. So in Tiruchirappalli is wrong. What we have to write? At Tiruchirappalli, T capital letter. Make the changes. Next, at Tamil Nadu given. So it's reverse. Tamil Nadu, it's like a state or comes in a city. So that's why we should write in. So at Tamil Nadu given, but we have to write in. Here also the same thing is applicable. T must be in capital letter. Understood, children? So total 3 mistakes are there in the first sentence. Is it clear? Second one. He finishes his MA course at Presidency College in Chennai. So observe the verbs here. He finishes. It was already done, right? He did his MA, past tense. What is the past tense of finish? Finished. So finishes is wrong one. What we have to write? Finished. Finished. He finished his MA. Yesterday only we discussed about these abbreviations, right? MA must be written in capital letters. Master of Arts. MA means Master of Arts. MA, capital letters. Next, course at Presidency College. So that's one name. Presidency College is the name of the college. So it must be in capital letter. College also C must be in capital letter. Chennai, obviously, again, name, C must be capital letter. Is it clear, children? So he finished his MA capital at Presidency College, C capital letter, in Chennai, C capital letter. Next, he became member of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. So, Indian Association for Cultivation of Science is the name of the institution. So, in all the words, first letter must be capital letter. So, Indian, I must be capital letter. Association, A must be capital letter. Cultivation, C must be capital letter. Science, S must be in capital letter. So, write it there. Let's see the next one. He took up a administrative job in the finance ministry in Kolkata. Next sentence. A administrative. What we have to say? An administrative. We know the rules of articles, right? Before all, we have to use an. So in the textbook, it was given like a administrative. But what is the correct one? An administrative. Okay. Next, job in the finance ministry. Finance, it's a name, right? So F must be in capital. F and M must be in capital letters. Finance ministry. Okay. Next, he was elected to the Royal Society of London in 1924 and the British government made him a Knight of the British Empire in 1929. See here all the names, children. Royal Society. R and S must be in capital letters. Royal Society. Next one, the British government. B must be in capital letters. Okay. Next, again, British Empire. British Empire also. B and E must be in capital letters. So all these are mistakes from capital letters only mostly. Okay, last one. He was first Indian scholar who studied wholly in India and received the Nobel Prize. First Indian. I must be in capital. And next, Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize. N and P must be in capital letters. Okay, so that was the editing given here. Now let's see study skills. So there are two pie charts. I think you know about pie charts. You might have learned in your math subjects. So these pie charts represents about what? What's the heading there, children? Distribution of weight in human body. So these pie charts represents about the distribution of weight in human body. So first one, if you look at the first pie chart, water 65%, other dry elements 11%, again proteins 24%. So that's a distribution. Second pie chart, bones 1/5, muscles 3/10, skin 1/10. Next, hormones, enzymes and other proteins 2/5. So by using this information down of those charts, there were some questions. We have to answer those questions. So shall we answer the questions? What is the first one? Which of the following constitute most of the weight in the human body? So look at the charts and try to answer this question according to the pie charts. Which of the following constitute most of the weight in the human body? Water, proteins, dry elements or bones? So it was clearly given, right? Water consists of 65%. So what is the option here? Which one is the correct one? Option A, water. First one answer, option A, water. Second one, which of the following statements is correct? Proteins constitute 11% of the human body. Dry elements constitute 15% of the human body. Hormones, enzymes and other proteins constitute 2/5 of the human body. So which one is correct? Observe the second pie chart. Option C is correct, right? It was clearly given there. Hormones, enzymes and other proteins constitute 2/5 of the human body. Third one. If a person's weight is 100 kilograms, how much do his bones weigh? So are you perfect in math? Can you do this calculation? So actually the weight of a person is given like 100 kilograms and we have to find the weight of the bones. If you look at the second pie chart, bones consist of 1/5. We have seen that, right? So if the weight is 100 kgs, then bone weights, how to calculate? 1/5 of 100. 1/5 of 100. That means answer, if you cancel that one, we'll get 20 kg. Right? 25 is this one we get. Right? 25 is 100. So what is the bone weight? Here 20 kilograms. So if a person weight is 100 kilograms, then his or her bones weight must be like 20 kilograms. Understood, children? Yes. Next one. If the proteins in a person weigh 12 kilograms, what will be his weight? Next one. So if you look at the first pie chart, proteins were given like 24%. So what did he ask in the question? If the proteins in a person weigh 12 kilograms, that means 24% is equal to 12 grams. Now what we have to calculate? What will be the weight of the person? So if 24% is equal to 12 grams, then 100% will be how much? I think you know the cross multiplication. So x, so I am assuming here the weight of the person like x. So x is equal to 100 into 12 by 24. So x is equal to 100 into 12 by 24. So if we cancel here 2 times, again here 50 times. So our answer will be 50 kgs. So this is like cross multiplication, children. So try to check it once again. Okay. Next one. Are the bones in our body heavier than the water in our body? Support your answer. Are the bones in our body heavier than the water in our body? Obviously not. Water is 65%. Bones are just 1/5 of the total weight. So which one is greater? Water. So that means bones are not heavier than water. What we have to write there? Bones are not heavier than water. Like that. Understood, children? Yes. Next one is listening and speaking. Everybody open page number 134. The inventor of inventors. Actually, children, just I'll read this. You also read along with me. It's like listening and speaking only. So no explanation for this. Okay, so I'm just reading. You also read along with me. Try to understand that. And in the lesson, there are few questions. We'll answer those. Okay. Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Thomas Alva Edison. So look at that beautiful quotation given by Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison, the greatest inventor of all times, is the most suitable example of his own saying. This great, outstanding US inventor had the credit of making 1001 inventions. Can you imagine a world without electric light, recorded music, cinema, etc.? Which are the contributions of this great genius? Edison was born on February 11, 1847 at Milan, Ohio. His father was in charge of a lighthouse at Lake Huron. Although he could not continue his studies in his school, he was very inquisitive from his boyhood to learn by understanding. When he was only 10 years old, he set up a laboratory in the basement of his father's workplace. He loved to mix liquids and powders to observe the reactions. At the age of 12, he began selling newspapers and candy in trains. Look at that. At the age of 12, he began selling newspapers and candy in trains. As a very keen observer, he learned some preliminary techniques of telegraphy from the station master, which led him later to work as a roving telegrapher. During his stint as a supervisor in a telegraph company, he created a stock printer. With the money received from it, he set up a laboratory for carrying out his experiments and research work. In subsequent years, he invented phonograph, the machine for recording and reproducing sound. Edison thus made man's voice immortal. In 1878, he demonstrated the light bulb, a carbon filament electric bulb. While experimenting on electric lamp, he discovered an important scientific principle known as Edison effect. This discovery led to the invention of electron valves, and the modern electronics industry rests on this principle. In 1882, he set up a power generating station which supplied power to a few residents of New York City. Later, he developed the kinetograph, which was the first step towards the motion picture camera. Cinema houses are here today because of the inventive genius of Edison. His other inventions include the spheres of X-rays, telephone, and other electronic items. His inventions made him one of the richest men in America. The great genius passed away on 18th October 1931. So that was about the inventor of inventors. So open our lesson once. Open page number 33. So there were some true or false questions. You have to, this is your homework only, children. So read all those, whether say it true or false. And the next one also, there was a table of the inventions. Which one was invented by Edison? For them you have to like mark tick, and remaining just cross mark. Okay. So today's homework is write about J.C. Bose in your homework book, and this one you have to do it in textbook only. In the next session, we'll continue the grammar part. Thank you.